All right. Medicinal Dog went live. Okay, so. All right, and we're going live in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Hello.
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 Welcome to Slate Streams, Medicinal Dog Streams, and also everything else. This is the Handpal streaming crew right here, right now. We're about to start a video game live show / podcast. Today's title is N64 titles and discussions. We're going to be going over a top 25. I'm here with the Handpal stream crew. We got Sazu, Medicinal Dog, and your boy Soup. So go ahead. We're going to go ahead around the table and tell a little bit about one another. And we're going to start with with Sazu.
Hello. I am Sazu, and I am a pickle. Also a clam.
Gay.
Hello. I'm also gay.
Gay.
Excellent. Okay, that was Sazu. We're going to go down to Medicinal Dog now. So go ahead.
Well, hey there, kids. It's another fight.
Gay.
Yeah, I play video games on the internet. I guess I'm known for TF2 now. I'm like Jerma.
Are you the next old man Dane?
Sure. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, and next up we have your boy Soup. So Soup, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Your boy Soup. I stream sometimes. I play really shitty weeb video games. Come watch me sometime at your boy Soup.
Right on. And my name is Slade, and hopefully you're watching it from Slade Streams. If not, you're hopefully watching it from Medicinal Dog. But either way, my name is Slade. I like to play games competitively. Been playing since I was 2 years old, and I like video games a lot. Tonight's topic of discussion is N64 titles and the top 25 lists around the internet. And we're going to hop right into it. I'm Vibes says, yo, hello. And we're going to go right in. So the first one on the list, the N64 list, we're going to go with Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Ooh.
So what do you guys think about that one? I know Soup's a big fan of Mortal Kombat.
Yes, very much so.
And have you played on the N64?
Yes, I have. I have many fond memories of it.
That's good. I remember playing Mortal Kombat. I never played on the N64, but I did enjoy it. But I was more of a Street Fighter myself. So
Yeah, I only played it on the SNES. I never played it on the N64.
Well, truth be told, when that game initially came out, I didn't own my own N64. I had to go to my friend's house and play it. And,
understandable.
Not that really well off as a child, but I had friends, so it worked out. It's all about the controller. It's just different.
It is. It was definitely a lot different trying to play a fighting game on the N64 controller. N64 controller was strange, but it worked.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the point about it. You had the D-pad on the left side, the control stick in the middle, and you had a trigger in the back.
Yeah, the Z button.
And then on the right side. Yeah, the Z button was the trigger in the
What
back.
was that fighting game on N64? Was it called like Clay Fighters or something? That you were that snowman. Was that Clay Fighters?
Yeah, the buff rabbit. Yeah, that was Clay Fighter. That was on SNES as well. So yeah, not a bad game. Not the best fighting game, but not the worst. It was definitely pretty fun. I know I played it a lot in the SNES.
Same, definitely.
Right on. Okay, we're gonna head into our next title, which you can't go wrong with, Bomberman 64. Woo! Yeah, Bomberman 64. You can play this up to 4 players, and
Bomberman was so fun.
Oh yeah, everyone loves Bomberman. It's a fun, arcadey kind of game, and it only got better with the new installations that kept coming out. So
not Bomberman 0.
Yeah, Bomberman 0, from what I heard, was not great. I have not played it just based off of reviews, which is pretty rare for me. Yeah, Bomberman's great. You can play it with friends in arena sort of game mode, and you can plop, pick up, kick, throw, and pump up bombs just
Oh.
right out of the gate. So
Such a great
Sounds
game.
fun.
really great.
I remember playing the shit out
It
of the
was.
story mode. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it was like late at night, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go to bed. I got a little baby school tomorrow, and then I'm like, but the Bomberman world ain't done. I just need one more.
Video.
Just need one more Bomberman. Just one more. All right, number 23 is Resident Evil 2, and this is ported directly from the PlayStation and ported to the N64 in 1999 with a few new items.
Not a
Yeah,
good
no, real shit port. I was not a fan.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing here, it was designed for the N64 expansion pack,
Yep.
which only a few games actually utilize that.
Isn't it
So,
like Donkey Kong 64, Resident Evil, and StarCraft?
yeah, I think it was StarCraft 2, as StarCraft as well. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 is a good game, but the port on the N64 for Resident Evil 2
Ass.
wasn't that great. Yeah, so it could have been better. This next one, I'm actually a big fan about, and I played a lot when I was younger. Number 22, Star Wars: Shadows of Empire.
Yo.
Not my favorite Star Wars game on the N64,
That,
but it's still
those
really
games
good.
were
But it's definitely up there on the nostalgia.
yeah.
This is the one for people who don't remember this one or never played it, where you play as a bounty hunter. I forgot his name. I think it was Dash
Yeah,
Rendar.
there you go.
And yeah, so you played against him, so a lot of people were disappointed that you didn't play as like the Luke Skywalker or anything like that. You're just some random bounty
Well,
hunter, and
Didn't
you're
the cartridge have like Luke Skywalker on the front of it? So everyone was like, "Oh yeah, cool, you're gonna play as fucking Luke Skywalker," and then you show up as Dash.
It was a present.
Dash. Let's see. Let's look at the cartridge real quick. Let's take a peek at that. No, the cartridge on the front was just a stormtrooper, a single stormtrooper shooting a a laser bolt at you. So, yeah, I'll throw that up real quick on I'll throw that up real quick on stream. But yeah, it wasn't that fantastic or special or anything. Yeah, that's it right there. Star Wars: Shadows of the Empire, and just a stormtrooper. So, yeah, they did have the official Nintendo seal of quality. So it's a okay game when they have that, or at least it's licensed. So there's a lot of licensed games out there that, unlicensed games out there that you can play and they're actually really good. Let's see here. Stars of the Empire, I really like this one. It was tricky as hell, just with the N64 controls, but it was really fun. And there's even some stages where you can go around and be like on a speedster or pilot an AT-AT.
Oh yeah.
Or take down an AT-AT with like a tow cable instead of a speedster.
Oh, yeah. That mission was annoying as hell. I remember I couldn't beat it as a kid.
Oh yeah, and you have to go toe-to-toe with an AT-AT in a garage. It's just
God.
ridiculous. But
in terms of like vehicular combat, I think the N64 era had it down pretty good.
I agree. I liked Rogue Squadron a lot better, but I know it's on the list, so we could talk about that a little bit later. Cause that's another game that I love, Rogue Squadron.
Well, it's like you had your Star Wars games, of course, where you got to do amazing things like the AT-AT, your speed runners, etc. Awesome shit, but then expanding from that, Vigilante, Twisted Metal, that started
Twisted
coming.
Metal.
Twisted Metal, that's another good one. They ported that on PC pretty recently.
I don't know who here knows of Vigilante game, but for me, those were badass. Fuck.
Indeed. Well,
they were just like Twisted Metal, except there's different. But yeah,
you kind of
endpoint
out a little bit. So
good for vehicular combat.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Let's see. Let's move on to Pokemon Snap. Number 21 is Pokemon Snap, and this is a classic on the N64. Nintendo sunk a lot of money into this game and the peripherals. And in general, it's where you went around as a Pokemon photographer, and you took photos of Pokemon. And there's a lot of details you had to put into the actual snaps of the Pokemon to make sure that they're perfect.
Oh,
And
so good.
eventually, you'd get some items like a Pokeflute or an apple or
A smoke ball.
I forgot what it was. It was a smoke ball. Yeah, to entice reactions and sort of interact with the Pokemon that you're shooting with a camera, not a gun. Very good game. I remember back in the day from Nintendo Power, they actually gave everyone a special card. And what you could do is you could take your cartridge with the Pokemon that you've snapped on it, and you could take this card and go to a machine instead of a Blockbuster and actually print out little stickers
Oh yeah.
of the Pokemon that you
Holy
snapped.
shit.
Or actually, I don't know if that was Pokemon Snap or Pokemon Stadium, but it was one of those two.
Pokemon
And,
Stadium also good.
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium's a good game too. But yeah, that was something else that you could also do. So I was subscribed to Nintendo Power when I was younger. Had to scrounge up some money to pay for it. Totally worth it. And yeah, it's pretty good. Any comments about Pokemon Snap?
Pokemon Snap was the shit.
I remember getting really high on New Year's and playing Pokemon Snap with my friends and then passing out in front of a fireplace.
Sounds like a good time.
I had the coolest fucking picture of Mew to ever exist, and it was sad because I didn't actually own the cartridge and I had to go return it to Blockbuster.
Oh.
Nothing will
bad,
ever
man.
be as cool as that picture of Mew. What the heck?
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rip.
Coming up at number 20, we got Kirby 64: The Crystal Shards. How do you guys feel about that game? You guys try it?
Never played it.
We all are victims to video games going from the 2D platform to the 3D
It didn't
platform.
work.
I would have to say this game was one of the few of them that worked pretty decently.
See, I'm the opposite. I don't think that. I thought it felt like ass. I felt like a lot of the shit they tried to do was cool, but just
I liked the game. I think it was flawless. Well, it had its flaws,
well,
but
yeah.
it was also a really big bonding experience at the time with my little sister and my little cousin. We all played it together. Might think that it could be banking on a nostalgia factor simply for that point, but like the fusion power system I thought was really cool. Like, if I'm not mistaken, that's the first game that introduced the fusion power system.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe you're right with that.
And like, what it was, out of all the other 3D games coming out, I think it did better than the other. And, you know, it played pretty decently. It had a really cool soundtrack. Like, I even was like a specific boss. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a robot boss that turns into an airplane. And I still have its theme stuck in every now and then because the song was that fucking catchy. But, you know, could have been better, but to me, it's definitely a title that I'll hold dear.
All right, that's some good stuff. I remember playing it when I was younger. Really liked the different ability systems with it. You're able to combine 2 stolen powers into a third stronger ability. So if you swallowed an electric enemy and shot lightning, and then swallowed a sword enemy and get a sword, you can swallow both and just tear across Dreamland, swinging a double-bladed lightsaber. So it was really it was half the fun just seeing different creative combinations with this game instead of just the simple, okay, I'm going to swallow this electric enemy, and now I have electricity power. No, you can combo different abilities. So it was really great. I liked it. So
It definitely
number 19.
doesn't have like the cool sprites like Superstar did, but the combinations made it. When you got that sword, you're like, fuck yeah, man, I'm like a Star Wars.
It's true, and you got your little Link hat with it too. All right, shall we move on? You guys good?
Yeah.
All right, right on. Number 19, we got Mario Tennis.
I
This
played
was another
the
fun
shit
one.
out of that game. That is Waluigi's first game appearance.
It was. Mario Tennis was Waluigi's first game appearance. Now he is a
Yep.
meme. Good one. Yeah.
Wah.
Where?
That was a good wah. I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you.
That's it.
Yeah, Mario Tennis was another sports game along with Mario
They did
Tennis.
Mario
or
Golf,
Not
right?
Mario Tennis, but Mario Golf. Yeah, Mario Golf. If I can learn how to speak. Mario Golf is another one, but they're both really great games. Instead of just your typical normal sports game, you added the Mario element to it, added a lot of cartoony fun and goodness, all the power-ups you know and love, and everything that anyone could ask for inside of a Mario game. So combine sports with Mario fun. Good stuff. Let's see. I'm not sure if there's really much more to say about that one. It's a tennis game, but it's Mario. It's
Yeah,
good.
good.
Play it. Number 18 for the N64 is Yoshi's Story.
I actually never played that. I always wanted to play that one.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if it was maybe because I was bad at platformers in the 3 that age, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, this was one that after playing Yoshi's Island, the SNES game, trying to play Yoshi's Story, this was a lot different because in order to get to the next stage, you didn't have to just go through a linear stage and get from left to right. You had to go through the entire stage and even backtrack to get all the pieces of fruit. And once you get every single piece of fruit, then you can continue. In this game, you don't have to worry about Baby Mario either. It's just
Yoshi. Yeah.
Yoshi and fruits. Yeah. So if I remember correctly, it wasn't that bad of a game, but I don't think I would rate it around 18. But I would have to come back and play that again. But I'm really excited for number 17, Star Wars Rogue
Oh
Squadron.
yeah.
Good
Good
game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong about this. I mean, you got Obi-Wan muttering about ancient space wizards, and then you have a few dozen just rebel warships dodging your laser fire, and you just had an evil moon made out of guns. I mean, it's Star Wars. I just described you Star Wars, and then Rogue Squadron, you're a pilot, and you run around with other pilots. The story was good. The gameplay was good. I mean, this is probably one of the best games on the N64. It sold. It had the little seal on the box that said "Player's Choice, million sellers," so you know it's a good game if people were buying it.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, from what I'm seeing now, even though I didn't know this in the past, this is new to me. Apparently, it's designed for the N64 expansion pack, which I don't know if that's true or not. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt,
Rogue
but
Squadron?
I played it without it. Yeah.
No, I don't think it was exclusively made for the expansion pack because I had it and that was for my expansion pack.
Yeah.
I can confirm that it works with the expansion pack, but is not required.
Yeah, it's definitely not required because I never had an expansion pack, so I just played stock.
Had an expansion pack, one game.
Hmm.
That was Majora's Mask.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't need the expansion pack for that. I remember playing that one at a friend's house because I didn't have the expansion pack. But yeah, usually with this game, the peripheral of choice is to slam a heavy rumble pack into your controller and enjoy all the rumbling sensations.
You could kill someone with that goddamn rumble pack.
Oh
Yeah, it was heavy. I could still feel it in
Plug
my
that
hands.
shit into your controller and you swing it around above you like a mace. Fucking weapon mass destruction.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous. So, it's Star Wars Rogue Squadron. You can't go wrong with it. It's good.
Solid.
It's a good game. All right, number 16, we got Diddy Kong Racing, which surprising was actually
It
good.
was weird as hell.
Yes.
But I thought it was great. Because, like, they put in Conker, you know, fucking swearing ass, you know, drunk looking at titties Conker with, like, banjo, and I'm like, what the hell?
One of the things that game I think really pioneered for the kart racer genre was like the paragliding things, different types of vehicles.
Oh, yeah, they had the hovercrafts and planes, and it was like planes, cars, Hovercrafts or something, right?
Yeah, and I thought
Yeah.
that was really fucking creative at the time.
I will say, if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly, them hovercrafts controlled like ass.
Yeah, hovercrafts
Oh, yeah.
controlled pretty badly, but they were meant for water levels or areas where you had to traverse over water. So it was pretty rare, but you had the option of choosing between the aircraft, the hovercraft, and then a normal
Yeah.
cart. So
Oh shit! Digs on the air.
Hey, Dick.
oh
What?
boy.
I'm in the air.
Podcast.
Oh.
All right, so that was Diddy Kong Racing. It lacked the name recognition of Mario Kart, but it was still
I don't know. I
was
feel
still
like
good.
if you bring up N64 like racers, I think people are gonna drop Diddy Kong and Mario Kart.
I never liked Diddy Kong. I had it, played it, didn't like it.
True. Though it didn't have the when I said the name recognition of like Mario Kart, it didn't have Mario on the
Well,
front.
yeah.
Like you had all these games that are like Mario Kart, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis. So you didn't have that, but it was still good. This is one where the word of mouth really helped out. Like, oh man, play Diddy Kong Racing, it's good.
Yeah.
I
We're
played a
gonna
lot
move
of it.
on. We're about halfway through with this list already. At number 15, we have Banjo Tooie.
That one's a
This
Actually,
is
I
the,
played Banjo
that's a rough
Tooie.
one.
yeah, this is a direct sequel from Banjo Kazooie, one of the
What can you say?
N64 glasses.
What can you say about Rare Software at the time?
King.
Besides the fact they were lit as fuck.
Oh yeah, Rare Software back then, they knew what they were doing. I mean, these last two titles that we mentioned, Banjo Tooie and Diddy Kong Racing, they're both Rare. The next one coming up is Rare 2. Rareware knew what they were doing. They were a good company. And then, unfortunately, they had a shift of power and things kind of went downhill. So that's why we have game developers in the indie community that are building things like, what is it, Ukulele, trying to revive that lost nostalgic feeling. But we have Banjo Tooie, and it really didn't disappoint. It had a lot more content and more abilities than the last one. It even had a section where it was sort of Doom-esque, where you held Kazooie like a
Oh
gun.
shit, that's right.
She shot
eggs.
yeah, she shot
Yeah,
eggs.
grenade eggs, fire
Yes.
eggs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say, really, my only rational complaint about that game was the stupid, like, FPS.
Oh
Man.
yeah, that Doom shit was bad.
That was a little weird, but other than that, it was more of what Banjo-Kazooie was. A quality 3D platformer with tight control and with some collectibles in there. 'Cause why the fuck
It's true. It's true.
get your jiggies, kids?
Get your jiggies.
Now, watch out for those little what do they call them?
Jinjos?
Gonzos or whatever. The tiny little creatures that you can go around and collect in Banjo Tooie. I forgot what they're
Jinjos.
called.
Jinjo.
Jinjos. Yeah, that's right. Remember they always had the fake Jinjos, and you got near them, and they were just like fucking charging. you, like,
Yeah, they slapped your shit. They're like, oh, fuck you, mate.
But yeah, it was really good, and the single player was great. But then it had a multiplayer with a variety of different mini games you could play with your friends, and it was good. It was fun. You could definitely entertain for hours with this game
As long
alone.
as you didn't play the FPS at people's house, you were fine. The FPS mode in that game
I don't.
lost some friendships. You got your ass fucking punched playing the FPS mode on Banjo Tooie.
People would just try to melee each other with their bird at a certain point because they just couldn't shoot each other. So
Not my experience.
Oh, yeah.
I would shoot the shit out of my friend, and then he'd slap me and be like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
we're gonna move on to the next one. Number 14, another Rareware game, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Now this raised a lot of controversy back in the day, and if you even wanted to rent it, you needed a ID, and you needed to be, I think it was 17 or 18 or older to even rent this, let alone buy this. People thought this was a normal game just from the box art,
Well-
and then you get into the meat of the game, and you're like, oh, there's a lot of swearing in my Nintendo
because
game.
they put
Lots of
Is
they
this-
put Conker on the front, the cute little squirrel guy with, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and then people didn't look at the rating. and then they picked it up, and then it's like, oh, the squirrel is swearing, and there's big titty flowers, and there's a big greaty mighty poo.
Yep,
There's a
and
lot
they
of them.
went up and they sweared up. They straight up sweared in this game,
I said, fuck.
and there's a lot of bad things. Like there's a lot of fucked up shit in that game. For an N64 game, it was good, but if you weren't a mature player, it was it hit you
Oh
hard.
yeah.
There's 3 words that lead to a specific game can sum up my
Oh
experience.
boy.
The Great Mighty Pooh. This was a boss encounter in the game with some musical. And as a little soup, never in my life have I laughed so hard that I almost genuinely did shit my.
I can see Baby Soup doing that. Just sitting down and hearing, I am the great mighty Pooh, and then he just rolls over laughing.
And really, like, itself, it's a rare title. It was already tight. It was funny. It had a really nice mature comedy aspect to it. Did an awesome job with this shit. Conker's Bad Freddy Reloaded, however, why?
Yeah, wasn't it shit?
It's glorious. It was beautiful. Then everything was censored. Even the Great Mighty Pooh song. Censored.
Oh, that's right. They bleeped
So
it.
Bad.
Defeats the point of the whole game.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, this is, like, I remember, like, my friend Mike was playing it, and, like, the song started up, and I'm like, oh boy, and then it was like, beep, like, no. But, and itself as an N64 title, if you want to experience the game, please play it on N64, even if you're going to emulate it,
Yeah,
something.
if you're gonna emulate
That's
it, just
the only way you're going to get the real experience.
It's true. So it's a good game. Recommended for mature audiences, just like it was.
Yes,
just like it is
absolutely
originally
rated
went
on.
out. Mm-hmm.
Whatever, kids can handle it.
All right, let's see here. That was number 14. We're gonna go to number 13. We got Mario Party, the original, the first one, the game that breaks friendships. But you
The
still have
OG Friend Destroyer.
see. I played the first one with my friends, no problems. Like seriously, like, I'm not even trying to fuck with you right now. No problems. We played through that fine. Mario Party 2, I got a chair cracked upside my little baby head. I don't know what it was,
You had a
but
violent childhood.
well. Anyway, that's probably why I'm so fucked up. Anyway, the first one, no problems. I liked it. It was fun. It was pretty basic. Everyone had a good haha, even, taking the stars. But that Mario Party 2, ooh. The knives came out. The grenades came out. It was brutal.
That was like it became a messy party.
The worse you do, the more likely you are to win.
Indeed, you gotta take those risks. All right, number 12 is another Rareware game. A really great one. If we want to talk about first-person shooters, let's talk about Perfect Dark. Number 12 came after GoldenEye, but it showed the console FPS was still viable for more than just GoldenEye.
I never played Perfect Dark.
Basically, GoldenEye, you're still running around, you were still a spy, but it was more higher tech and it was more sci-fi than GoldenEye.
Yeah, I have like alien stuff.
Kind of like Deus Ex.
Kinda. I mean, as you have to really think of this, one of the was victim to, like, the time. Awesome, cool, great. If you were to pick it up, try to play it right now, I'd be a little wary. I maybe played it again about 4 years ago, and it's just like my experience with Gold. Everything's too flowy, and you know, it just wasn't. It definitely was a game set the bar at the time. Just didn't age well. Aged like a bad cheese.
Yeah, you could say the same for GoldenEye too. I don't think GoldenEye's aged all that
Oh
well.
yeah. No, not at all.
Mm.
But I just something cool I did see on that though is like somebody did, and I wish, and I hope, and I don't know if there is somebody Perfect Dark when they put it on PC. They were emulating it. They found a way to perfectly bind mouse and keyboard to it, and it ran fantastic. That's what I want. Yeah. Even with the bad AI, it's still real fun to play.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Let's see. Yeah, it was a good FPS. Is really great. Most of the meat was a single player, but you still had that split screen multiplayer mode, the classic. Can't go wrong with that. Just like GoldenEye. So number 11 is a really good one. Even better if you had Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow. Pokemon Stadium for the N64, and it came with an N64 transfer pack, so you could transfer all your Pokemon you had in those Game Boy games, put them in the big screen, 3D. Had all the same movesets, stats, and everything. If you were a Pokemon fan back in the day, this was a must-have.
Yeah.
It was a big
I
deal.
never had the transfer pack. I had the game and I played the shit out of it, but I never had the transfer pack. Yeah.
Really?
It's the transfer pack made it so fun, especially since you could like
You cut out.
sorry.
Your,
Hello.
yeah.
Was the transfer pack was really fun because you could play like the fucking the actual game like on your TV and like just transfer Pokemon into Stadium, and you could do if you had a missing no and you transferred it, it would turn into a Kangaskhan. Fun fact.
Yep. It's true. I know the N64 transfer pack came with the game if you got the original box, but I know when I first picked it up, I picked it up from like a bargain bin place. I didn't have the transfer pack and I had to buy it separately, but it definitely made the experience better because I did have Pokemon Red, so. Pokemon Red all the way.
I thoroughly enjoyed the game. The only thing I didn't like about it was, god damn, was the one player the most hard as balls RNG piece of shit ever.
Oh, you are not wrong. You are not
like,
wrong.
Jesus Christ.
I personally like to go to like the little mini game area and just play the mini games. Yo, what's going on, T? The Gamer 12. That was one of my favorites. I like the Magikarp game too.
Wasn't there a Clefairy game where Clefairy fucked with you and just like spammed a bunch of the directions and C buttons?
Yeah, it was a memorization game.
Okay.
Gay. Chansey. Yeah, that's the one. That is the one. Yo, the Gamer 12. How's it going? Let's see. That was Pokemon Stadium. It's some good stuff. It's really great. Let's see here. Gamer 12 has donated $1. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see what else. Let's see. What is the next one? That's Pokemon Stadium, number 11. We're going to go ahead and go to number 10. Another Rareware game. A lot of them on this list. We're going to go to Banjo-Kazooie, the first one, the original. We're at the top 10 currently.
For me, I liked Banjo-Kazooie a lot better than Tui. Tui was a good game.
Oh, definitely.
But Banjo-Kazooie is just, that's my heart.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie was really great for what it was.
Yeah, it was a very fun adventure game. We could went around and you collected everything. It was fantastic. You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, you guys have any more comments about that?
No, other than it was great.
Other than it was great. All right. Let's see. We're gonna move on. We already talked about Banjo 2, and we already covered everything on Banjo Kazooie and 2. So we go to number 9. We got Paper Mario going on. One of my favorite Mario RPGs. You guys play it?
Nope.
So wait,
I only
wait,
played
what?
the GameCube Paper Mario.
Oh, the
Oh, like
N64 Paper Mario.
Yeah, N64
Yeah,
Paper Mario, like the
I never
first one.
played it. Some kid invited me over and was like, "Hey, you want to see the end of it?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, here you go." And he beat the last boss. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Thanks."
What a story.
What a story, what a time. Paper Mario is still one of my favorite N64 games to date. Just because of the mechanics with it. And I liked the next 2 Paper Marios after it. I did like the SNES version of it before. But yeah, that was a fun game. That was a good RPG. Very long, had a lot of content, and it worked. It was mostly 2D, but it had some 3D elements that utilized the N64 system. So it was pretty top
No,
notch.
we're not done.
I
I
liked
just
it.
don't have an overlay. So what's going on, Steven here?
So,
Let's see. Next up, at number 8, we have Donkey Kong 64. Expand Dong.
Amazing.
That game,
I loved it.
I loved it. That game made me break my favorite controller because it was so goddamn hard.
It really was.
It was.
that's the game I actually used to get my expansion pack.
Yep, this is one that required an N64 expansion pack because I rented this out from Hollywood or Blockbuster, and I plugged it into my N64, and they're like, you can't play this game without an expansion pack. It was a sad
Yeah.
5 days after that.
Right?
I don't have a lot to say about this game because I didn't play it too much, but what do you guys think about it?
Oh, it was so fun. It was great.
Easily one of the best soundtracks.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
All right, it's good to hear.
Yes.
That's one
I
thing that I'm all
moved it
about,
and I grooved
soundtrack.
it.
Expand Dong. Let's see now. Next up is another one of my favorites. I actually played a lot of this because there's multiple paths inside of it. Star Fox 64, number 7.
Oh,
First game that utilized the Rumble Pack.
love that game.
You can't go wrong with Star Fox. You can't.
It was hype.
Do a barrel roll. You can't have.
It was a good game. I never personally played it, but I saw it played years later. It was good.
Yeah,
it was
didn't
good.
I play that shit for
I do
you?
wish they kept it with like
Yeah.
brr, 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 instead of actually talking.
Yes.
Yep.
Because
That was the SNES version. This one they actually spoke, which was pretty revolutionary. You actually was able to put a voice to a furry face. So
no, just please stick with because
that's actually what my text message ringtone is. Is one of the characters in the SNES version. Yeah, I'll have to play it sometime. Let's see. Number 6. We're getting close to the end of the list already. We got Mario Kart 64.
I
Fuck
love that
yeah.
shit.
Fuck yeah.
Ruiner of friendships.
The prodigal son returns on the N64.
Yep.
What
So,
can you say?
yep. Always had friends coming over bringing some N64 controllers. This is definitely one of the ones that we defaulted to if we didn't want to play anything else. But yeah, I'm actually looking at the box art right now, and I see Donkey Kong in the back, and I never noticed this before, but he has a very interesting face going on. I'm going to throw that on stream real quick, and it's absolutely terrifying
Could you
me.
say that he's expanding his dong?
I'm gonna post this image, and you guys tell me, is that some dong expansion? So he looks looking at that pretty hard. There we go. All right, so Mario Kart can't go wrong with it. I don't think anyone's going to really argue that it's one of the best N64 games.
Yeah.
One of the best. Number 6, not too bad. We're going to move on to number 5. Number 5, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Let's hear it.
Fuck yes.
I love the Majora's hat. It was fabulous.
God damn it.
This is another game that required an expansion pack, but it was
Worth it.
This is one of the
was.
favorites of most people. Majora's
It
Mask,
was-
not my
oh,
favorite
yeah.
Legend of Zelda game,
Yes, I
but
can.
Well, it's because
I
you're
can see
wrong,
typing.
but I mean,
Wow.
oh, I'm wrong.
yes.
See, I'm an Ocarina of Time fan.
I
personally.
fucking knew it. Get out
Yeah,
of my
you
house.
fucking knew it. No, I'm
kidding.
I'm not even in your house.
Get out of my house.
Excuse me, Zelda 2 is the best.
I only played.
Get out.
It was my sister's game, so I didn't play it as much as I did with Ocarina, which I owned. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I didn't play it
I
as
didn't
much.
play it as
but
much
still
because I
good.
was shitty with time, and I'm like, why is there a time limit? I just want to go kill shit and cut grass.
I will probably say it's my favorite 3D time. Other than Zelda's. Like, not to sound like an asshole. I just really love To the Past.
Link to the Past was the
I
shit.
never played it.
Yeah. You've
Like-
never played Link to the Past? We're playing that some.
I remember, like, when I was still in Asia and the game first came out,
Mm.
I hid under the bed. Parents went to work. I ditched school just to play.
Damn. This little soup's a rebel.
The game was the
Soup.
shit, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty hype.
Majora's Mask. Awesome. Awesome.
Indeed.
You know, I only got to play it when I visited Grandma, because she owned Link to the Past.
Hold on. She play it often?
Yeah, man, I used her save so I could actually, like, play endgame stuff.
Wow.
That's so
Right on.
cute. I love it.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm more of an Ocarina of Time fan, but we'll move on to that in a second. We're gonna move on to number 4, GoldenEye 007 for the N64.
Never played it.
Never played it.
Golden Gun, son.
Odd
Oh,
Job.
Yeah, Golden Gun, and then Odd Job. Yeah, Odd Job was banned in my household. Whoops.
Big head mode.
It's had some technical difficulties with the stream for a second. Just switched scenes on accident. Yeah, GoldenEye 007. There were multiplayer games before GoldenEye, but yeah, GoldenEye was one of the best FPSs on N64, especially multiplayer. That was a really fun one. But there's a lot more fun games that you could play multiplayer on the N64, which are coming up on this list. But GoldenEye was one of the better ones. But Odd Job, because he was so short and it was hard to hit him, we had him banned in our house.
Only
Short
allowed
man.
during big head mode.
Yeah, only during big head mode. So
What about
yeah,
his hat?
his hat. I didn't like him and his hat. His cutting hat. But yeah, it was good. It was probably Call of Duty didn't become a thing. GoldenEye would probably still be around. And people would
GoldenEye's the
still
first
play it.
game where it's like, oh, it's a first-person shooter. Oh, wait, I stole the tank. I'm in a tank. Fuck.
He's not wrong.
Fuck.
Yeah, 007 is way better with a mouse and keyboard. Well, with any FPS, it's better with a mouse and keyboard. But back then, we didn't really have a mouse and keyboard, and all you really had was like Battlefield 1942 and like CS, Counter-Strike.
Yeah, the
So,
OG Counter-Strike.
Yeah, the OG, the 1.6. And then, but we're just talking about the N64 and the best ones for that console because it was difficult to do an FPS on the
Back in my day,
you had
you had
on
the
that
Wumbo
N64.
controller that you had to set to Wumbus to play your fups. God damn it. Goddamn
your
fups.
fups. Not FPSs,
The
but fups.
fups.
I think one of the things that was really cool about it is it wasn't all about kill all the dudes. There was like gadgets and stuff, and you had to do specific objectives. that were really-
Proximity mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a story there.
There probably is.
That's the thing me and my friends do. We fucking 4-player it out in proximity mines. We were fucking little rebels and under like even like when we getting into our teens and shit, sneaking alcohol from the rents and shit. You just sit there and we'd like fucking play shot games with the proximity.
Oh Jesus!
Get blown up, get fucked, take a shot, bitch.
All right. We're gonna keep on going. Number 3, almost done with this list. Super Mario 64.
Yes, baby.
Super Mario 64 was the shit. Like, probably one of my favorite N64 games.
I would call
ever.
it one of the best 3D platformers like ever. Yeah.
Ever made. Yeah.
Like you can go back and you can still play it. People still speed run this video game because of how fucking tight the controls are. It's tighter than my asshole.
Oh yeah. I don't think the popularity of it has really changed. There's still a ton of people who play Super Mario 64, and there's still speedruns and games and playthroughs and mods and even memes that are popping up about this game.
There's a goddamn co-op mod for Mario 64, right? There's Discord servers built around Mario 64.
Yeah, people are saying in chat that it's overrated.
Well,
I would agree with that, but there's still a ton of people who are playing it, so I wouldn't say it's overrated. If people are saying, yeah, Super Mario 64 is the best game ever, and they're not playing it, then that's one thing. But there's still a ton of people playing it and speedrunning it and modding it to this day. So I'll have to give it up to that number 3 spot. But any more comments before we move on? Because we're almost done with this list. Then we're gonna have to get into our mixed bag.
Oh God, who wanted me?
Wait, what?
Who is this?
Oh shit!
Identify
Sean.
yourself.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, hey, what's up, Sean? You're in the middle of a podcast right now with the Ham Crew Pals streaming crew. We're talking about N64 games. Would you like in?
Hell yeah, I love me some N64.
All right, right on. Unfortunately, we're near the end of the list. We still got some from our mixed bag, so we're going to keep on moving on. We just talked about Super Mario 64. Now we're moving on to number 2, Super Smash Bros., the original for the Nintendo 64.
Oh my god.
the only one I ever played.
My neighbor broke his TV when we all played that because I made him mad. I played Link. I made him mad.
That's pretty
Yeah,
mad.
he took
He
took his metal baseball bat to a CRT.
Yeah, and those CRTs are tough too.
Thank God it wasn't at me.
Oh,
but, hey.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not at you. Yeah.
I mean, if it was you, you probably wouldn't be here
That's
at the
true.
moment. By the sounds of it.
Oh yeah, Super Smash Brothers, the original, is still being played competitively, and there's still a huge fan base for both players and viewers and spectators of this quote-unquote sport. There's still people playing all the Smash games everywhere, and there's still techniques and high-level skill ceiling players that are still playing this. I know my brother's seriously into Melee. He just came back from a local tournament, like a day ago. Made it pretty high up there. I think he made it like 7th place out of 120 people.
Damn.
So I'm pretty decent at Melee and Brawl and everything like that, but I don't really practice. I'm an FPS player mostly, and some fighting games.
I'm decent at Melee Brawl.
You
Something that I forgot to mention before when we started this podcast was I used to play fighting professionally.
Oh, yeah,
It's just
Super's-
never been my cup of tea.
and yet
I'm gonna concede I am absolutely laughable at fighting games. I can't do a Hadouken with instruction. I'm really bad at fighting games.
Now,
Well, the
you
thing
talk
about
to my
fighting
little
games-
brother about Smash, though, he'll fucking kick your ass left to right. Eyes closed.
That's
And his
how my
dick
brother
tied behind
is.
his ass.
It's all about some RPGs, says our viewers. Yeah, Super Smash Brothers. We actually had like weekend parties with friends and family over Super Smash Brothers and some other games as well. And one of my cousins was pretty rich, and he'd have like little prizes and stuff. And we were all into like skateboarding and stuff, so to be skateboard related, like skateboarding backpack or like what is it, like some grinding wax or something like that. And I was never that great. I still loved it. And it was still fun, but I was mostly there just to play video games because I love video games.
Guys, you want to play
Hell
video
yeah, video
games?
games.
I see you're too busy lubing up your skateboards for a fun time. I'll be over here playing Super Smash Bros. Okay?
That's an accurate representation of what I sounded like when I was like 7.
Fucking nerd.
Nerd.
I listen to songs with swears in them.
Did you
Oh
listen
my
to
goodness.
Godsmack?
Oh,
Yeah.
hey guys, have you listened to the new BYOB?
Fuck off, William. You're
Oh man, is that down system?
And now we're going on to number 1. Anything else about Smash while we're talking about it?
And how many of these did I miss?
23.
Yeah.
Should have hit me up. I've been playing Civilization for like the last 5 hours. I would have totally
Oh,
taken this.
I didn't know you were around. I thought you
Oh,
were too busy in your civilization hole.
Let's
Okay.
let's go over the list before we go into number 1 real quick, just to let you
Yeah,
know
the
what you
salty
missed.
run back.
I'm gonna be
Alright.
really disappointed in most of these because I love the N64.
I'm sorry. We might go back to some because we still got our mixed bag and we still got some viewers who are coming in and actually telling us some suggestions in other games.
Oh, okay.
Let's see,
Like-
25, and then moving down, we had Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Bomberman 64, Resident Evil 2, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Excuse me, Pokemon Snap. Let's see, where? Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. We had Mario Tennis, Yoshi's Story, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo-Tooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Mario Party, Perfect Dark, Pokemon Stadium, and we're hitting number 10 right now, Banjo-Kazooie, Paper Mario, Donkey Kong 64, Star Fox 64, Mario Kart, you guessed it, 64, and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, GoldenEye 007, Super Mario 64, Super Smash Brothers, and number 1 at the list, which I think Sass is going to
I
get mad
already know
at,
what this is.
Yes.
The Legend of Zelda
Ocarina
Ocarina
of
of Time.
Oh,
Oh,
So
Ta-da.
since I missed it, which Mario Party? Because there were
The
3
very
of those.
first one.
So the one that would give you like a hand cramp.
Yes, the one that Nintendo would give out gloves to people so they wouldn't hurt their hands and get blisters if you mailed them. Yes.
I love that back then they actually had like specific things saying these are not Nintendo branded gloves. These aren't collectible. It's just a glove if you need.
Yeah.
Like, because they didn't want it to be a thing that they had to spend
Mhm.
money on.
Oh,
Yup.
yeah.
Viewer saying Pokemon Stadium should be top 3 along with Clay Fighters and Ocarina of Time. Clay Fighters was good. I like the SNES version a lot more. I didn't really like it too much in the N64. Pokemon Stadium was definitely a good one. I don't know if it'd be top
No.
3. I know that I spent way too much time playing the mini games, playing the solo modes, playing all the modes, and finally got up to spoiler alert. Finally got to Mewtwo at the end and beat him. So, or her. I don't know what gender Mewtwo is, to be
I
honest.
think Mewtwo's male.
I would say male because in the movies he had a
yeah,
male voice.
I think
so.
it's because of the movies that he's male. And like
Hmm.
all he is in Smash these days is male. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We do have some mixed bag N64 games. We have Quest 64. We already talked about Clay Fighter. Let's see.
Yeah, I brought up Clay Fighter. You're welcome, chat.
Yeah. Ooh, Jet Force Gemini. Let's talk about that game. I love Jet Force Gemini. You guys play it?
I have not played
I had the same experience as Paper
Yes.
Mario. My friend was like, "Hey, you want to see this game?" I'm like, "Sure." And then he beat the end of the game. I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Well, he showed you the game,
Yeah.
I guess.
Jet Force was probably the reason I bought a GameCube.
A GameCube?
because they put one of the release titles was
Oh
Jet Force Gemini.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jet Force Gemini was a great game. The only thing I didn't like about it is once you reached near the end game and you had to rebuild like a master ship or whatever, you had to backtrack through levels
Oh,
to unlock different areas that you couldn't reach before with your new armaments. So it's kind of like kind of felt like, what is it, like Metroid Prime in the same aspect where you had to backtrack through levels and find everything, which some people liked. I didn't really like, but I enjoyed the game, so I kept going. So yeah, it's a good game. The multiplayer was great too. You know that machine gun is the OG.
oh yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
it was good. Next in our mixed bag, we also have Quest 64. You guys ever play Quest 64?
Yes,
No, actually.
yes.
Did you like it?
No.
Because that was one of those odd titles that didn't really see a lot of popularity, and it looked very plain.
Hot garbage.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. It was very boring. Didn't understand what was going on. I rented it. Was disappointed. I got through it a little bit farther, and it was okay, but I was still very disappointed.
Where's my motherfucking Mega Man 64, my dude?
Hey, we're still going. We're
Yeah,
still
I
going.
got a couple titles
Another
here
one
too
done.
that what the fuck?
I'll hit up one more. Let's talk about F-Zero X,
Oh,
the best F-Zero.
yes!
Ooh.
Yeah,
Strong.
we can't. I love racing games, like F-Zero games. Like I don't like normal games, realistic games, but like Mario Kart, F-Zero. Like there's other games out there I can't really think of, but sort of have like a small combat system where you can bump people, and it's really fast and actiony, and it just got the blood pumping. It was good. So you can't go wrong with F-Zero X. Good all around. I liked
Very
it. Okay,
strong.
let's hear some mixed bags from you guys.
You know what you missed when you were talking about racing games? Out of all the games you listed, what about Snowboard Kids?
You know what? That's one I actually was gonna say next, as well as Wave Race.
What about Pilot Wings?
I love those two. I know Snowboard Kids. I played a lot of both of them. It was really good. It worked. It had snowboard mechanics, so you weren't like powered by any machine, but you had to actually speed yourself up. There were some speed boosts that you could grab, but it was good. It was real good. I liked it. But yeah, sorry, went off topic. Go ahead and drop your games if you guys like.
Castlevania 64.
Good, except for the fact that there's an area that you had to go across that had an invisible bridge that you had nothing about, that you knew nothing about until you accidentally stumbled upon it or a friend told you about it.
Fair enough.
But I think it was okay. There's other Castlevania titles I like a lot more, but this one's not too shabby.
Mega Man 64, Mega Man Legends.
Yes. I adore that game beyond belief.
I did not play them, so I do not know a single thing about them, but I've heard they're good.
It brought a different, interesting twist and franchise, and the fact where, you could customize what your weapon looked. Mega Man didn't have a hat on. Busted shit. It was crazy. Wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I love the story. I love the boss. I can't tell you how much of my heart 3 was canceled.
Oh yeah, 3 being canceled was just awful.
Yeah, it wasn't too great.
It was absolutely devastating to my heart muscle.
Oh.
Rest in peace. Any other games you guys want to bring up for the mixed bag?
I'm gonna admit straight off the bat that as a game, it's fucking terrible. But I really like the N64 version of Command and Conquer. Compared to the PC
Conquer.
version, because it was in full 3D.
That is
Like-
true.
Compared to like this all like top-down sprite-looking thing, like that looked awesome in like 1997, I think it came out.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I could look that up if you want.
Like whenever it came out, but at the time, like childhood me was like, holy shit. Because I have this on PC, and I'm like, why does it look like ass on this, but then it looks great on this?
It was released 1999, June 29, 1999, N64 version.
Because they didn't have a version that was even isometric until like 2000. So that port beat them to the punch graphically.
Ooh, that's another good one that a viewer brought up is Harvest Moon 64. I actually played that a lot.
I never played it.
It's probably one of my favorite Harvest Moons. I didn't really get into Harvest Moon before that, but it was really good. It was also pretty brutal as well. I didn't know how it was in the other Harvest Moon games, but if one of your livestock passed away, oh, you knew.
Oh
knew.
yeah, you knew.
You knew.
You
Mhm.
knew.
Games called Metal
Yeah,
Gear Solid.
you'd wake up the next morning, and your animal friend would be 6 feet in the ground, and you'd be staring at a gravestone with a priest over it, being like, "It's unfortunate. Be more careful next time."
That is some like Tamagotchi level bullshit right there.
Yeah, it
You're
was
not
good. They also
wrong.
had a romance system too, so you could eventually woo one of the girls and get married. And I didn't think there's really anything you got out of it, but
Children.
You got the satisfaction of knowing you wooed a video game lady.
You got the fuckies, dude. You gave him that dickie.
There you go.
indeed. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Wavery 64. I love that game.
StarCraft 64.
StarCraft
God.
64.
No!
What?
I rented that from Blockbuster once.
Once.
Learned your lesson after that.
Once.
Yeah, I'm like,
Dude.
no, this is fucking terrible. And it was like $10 for like 3 days.
Right?
Because Blockbuster would charge you out the anus for a game.
Like, I played that shit with my best friend, and we had a piece of cardboard to divide it that bad. We played FPSs, but no, StarCraft drove us to use the cardboard.
Oh.
Was that Greg?
Yes, shit fucks you up, dude.
I can't imagine you and Greg having a disagreement over StarCraft 64.
God,
It sucked.
You ask him.
Like, I'm that guy, and I don't think StarCraft is a very good game. But StarCraft 64 was god awful.
Yeah, it was. You know, there's another one that we haven't brought up yet. That,
Doom 64.
Doom.
I should probably apologize to the chat before they demand my head for coming in and be like, StarCraft sucks. Because that doesn't make me any friends when I say
Well, that's
that.
because you're the Command and Conquer guy.
Yeah,
True.
but that's an actual strategy game.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck off.
Damn.
Get out of my
Damn,
house
you get
right
some
now.
shade
Hear
up
me
in
out
here.
The problem with StarCraft is it's too well balanced. Every move has been calculated to mathematical precision. That's why you have action per minute as a metric of how good you are as a player. That's not strategic. That's like an FPS where it's all reaction time based. Command and Conquer, meanwhile, your two factions are completely fucking different. And you have to play that to their strengths to win. It's not
As
just,
a
well, I know
man-
the carrier is worth 3 battle cruisers and blah da da.
As a man who's played both, I can see where he's coming.
Yeah, I can see as well. I'm more of an Age of Empires guy personally, but I don't want to get into that. I want to try and stay on the N64 top.
Whoa,
This will be-
Whoa, fight.
Yeah, Age of Mythology was my shit. Oh my goodness. I
You
could
waited
talk
2
about that
hours
game
to
for
die like this.
Sure. Blame it on your ISP.
Oh god.
Good stuff.
You
Okay.
can't make that shit up.
You can't. That's straight from the game. Oh, Maury's popping some Bolo memes. All right, let's keep going. Another one from our mixed bag is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer that was paired with an actual N64 console, and there was a lot of marketing for this
The
game.
Pod
And
Racer?
I remember getting the game and just kicking everyone's ass. Oh, what is this? A Wololo dance mix? Yeah, we'll play this in the background. Let's go.
I felt it
Oh my
necessary.
Talk about strategic.
strategically placed memes.
And I don't know where my music was previously. I guess it wasn't playing on stream. But anyways, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer was a good game, but we're running out of games in our mixed bag. You guys got any more you want to bring
Love
up?
the shit.
Anything that comes
How
to
have you
mind?
not
Doom
brought up
64?
GoldenEye?
Who brought up Gold?
Yeah,
I didn't hear GoldenEye in that
it
list.
was
Yeah, we did go
what
GoldenEye.
was it like number
Ah.
It
5?
was like in the top
yeah.
10.
Was it just Perfect Dark was better?
No, actually, GoldenEye was better.
Hmm.
On this list, GoldenEye was like way up there.
Well, I mean, in the
Where's GoldenEye?
discussion, because it seems like whenever I mention I like GoldenEye, everyone's like, "Well, what about Perfect Dark?"
Well, see,
I'm like,
I'm
I
more of a
never
Oh,
had
it was in our
GoldenEye fan.
first year.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about GoldenEye.
and then
We did talk about Star Fox.
Star.
We could go over that again, I suppose. That was just from a viewer. GoldenEye 007 is better than Perfect Dark, in my opinion. And Perfect Dark might have had all these specialized weapons and everything, but GoldenEye just did it right.
Please.
Just with the story mode and with the multiplayer. And
GoldenEye
had,
proved it could be done, like an FPS on the
Yes.
console.
oh yeah, especially with the N64 on the time with only one stick, it still worked very well. Besides, you had the trigger on the middle stick too, and it just felt so right pulling that trigger when you're shooting someone.
When you're shooting those wine cork, champagne cork rocket launchers. Because I'm sorry, but it's a champagne cork.
True.
Oddjob is still banned whenever I play GoldenEye 007. I know
Oddjob,
they
Jaws.
re-released it.
And I think it's like Civilian 3 is also
Yeah.
broken.
There's one of the civilians that was broken, but no one really played the civilians
See,
back
if
when
you,
I played it.
if you saw someone who played that, you knew you were in for some shit, because that guy knew his GoldenEye. at that point.
Yeah,
You walked into the wrong house.
it's very true.
Yep.
Yep. Waste like 6 to 12 hours straight in front of the TV because of that game. Let's see here. We had GoldenEye. Perfect Dark was alright, but there's just some gimmicky stuff with the AI, it felt like. And the stealth in that game was very, very difficult compared to GoldenEye. I know in Perfect Dark 2, the only thing I really liked out of that was the laptop gun. That you could basically like throw it and it would stick to a wall and it'd automatically shoot people and people would call hacks and they just didn't know they could toss the laptop gun at a wall and just have it stick.
That game
So.
had some shit.
It did. It really did.
And I said it once, I'll say it again. Proximity mine.
Oh,
Proximity mines. Every GoldenEye game has mines, which is great.
I'm pretty
Remember
sure I
the,
killed myself with those more than I killed anyone else. Have you guys actually played the, some guys made a Source, like Half-Life Source engine version, brilliantly named GoldenEye Source.
Shit, really?
It's
Heard of it, but I haven't
surprisingly
tried it yet.
good.
It's good to hear.
I never played it. I didn't even know that existed.
It's pretty good. It's a bitch to get working like a server because it's using like the original 2007 Source
Ugh.
engine. So it's like, yeah, you're on 64-bit. Good luck, Chucklefuck.
Yeah, basically.
But there's plenty of servers that are already up. There's usually like one or two that are just full like 24 players.
Huh.
Let's see. We already talked about Star Fox, but I think it's about time for a break. What do you guys think?
Sorry,
Maybe
did you
wrap
mean
this
Lilat
up.
Wars?
Just Star Fox 64.
Did Maury not tell you I grew up a PAL region
Yeah.
kid, so we called it Lilat Wars?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Lilat Wars.
We had the better looking Super Nintendo and we called it Lilat Wars.
Good times. Well, let's see. We've been going at it for about an hour now, an hour and 10 minutes. So, any honorable mentions, ladies and gentlemen? Anything at all? Anything we might have missed? Because we covered a lot.
I think we covered all the best of.
Yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's about it. We'll go ahead and I guess we'll wrap it up here. So that was good. Good hour and 10 minutes of just straight N64 discussion. And apologies to Sean who missed quite a bit of it, but we will be doing another one. We'll be doing another one next week, I
Yep.
imagine, about the same time on the same weekend, next weekend. So I don't know what the topic's going to be. It might be NES or something like that. But the last one was SNES. So if you missed that one, I know it is on our channel right now, and we are gathering our voices together for a HQ podcast. So you'll have the best quality podcast of this very, very soon.
Yeah, I have the
So
SNES one going up on my YouTube, and I'll put this one together.
right
I
on,
think-
right on.
I don't think I would have been able to contribute to that because the SNES didn't come out in Australia until 1995.
Jesus.
That is true.
Yeah,
And it came out in 1991 everywhere else, I believe, at least in North America.
I had Castlevania 4 and Super Mario All Stars, and then I got an N64 for the same Christmas because divorced parents were a thing.
Oh.
I feel you there.
Hmm.
I know how that goes. Well, I think that's about it for our N64
Top-
run. I'm gonna go
Top
ahead
5
and
everybody N64 games.
yeah, I'll go with that.
Ooh.
Top 5. That's a tough one. We gotta think about that one.
I'm gonna need a minute here.
I could probably go. Majora's Mask, Super Mario 64, Pokemon Stadium, just because I played so much of it, Donkey Kong 64, and probably Ocarina of Time, yeah.
I'm having a hard
Alright.
time narrowing it down to just 5. Like I can't pick and choose favorites like that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's very difficult. It'd be worse. We could say our number 1 favorite because
Ooh.
it's almost damn near impossible.
Ooh.
I'll go next in no particular order. We're gonna go with Star Fox 64. I'm gonna go with Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers. We're gonna go with Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Pokemon Snap, and Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Those are my top 5 for N64. Play them, please. You will not be disappointed. Get yourself an N64 and do it up.
In no particular order, then I'm gonna go with Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Kart 64, Snowboard Kids, the first one, and
Can't go wrong with Snowboard Kids.
then GoldenEye, and then for the 5th one, I'm gonna go with Diddy Kong Racing because that was just colorful and delightful to play, except for the fucking silver coin challenge.
Yeah. Remember that.
Respectable.
I never played Zelda, so I can't comment on that one.
Fair enough.
Well, actually, I should say I didn't play Ocarina of Time until like 2011 on the Virtual Console.
So what about you, Medicinal Dog, and Yo Boy Soup? What you got?
I guess really in no particular order. Jet Force. Oh, excuse me. Mega Man 64. Majora's Hat.
Why?
Majora's Hat.
Paper Mario. What was that, 4? And one that we actually haven't touched on. But just because it was on multi. Legend. A lot of time.
Also,
Especially the
just
Gauntlet Legend.
this just in, video game related. This just in, breaking news. Zelda: The Breath of the Wild now runs at 4K 60 frames per second on the Cemu emulator. So if you got the game and you can get a copy of a ROM legally, then you could play yourself some Zelda: Breath of the Wild on your PC at 60 frames and 4K.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's good. Breaking news. I got people popping up on me being like, holy shit, look at this. Can't go wrong with The Legend of
Holy shit.
Zelda.
If you need a legal way to get a ROM, it's very easy to dump them off your Wii U. All you need is the browser and an SD card.
Oh, really?
It's true.
It's as easy as hacking the original Wii was at this point.
Huh.
Nintendo can't do security.
Not at all.
It's true. It's very, very true. All right, so Medicinal Dog, did you drop your top 5?
I gotta go, no particular order. Fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Whoops.
Bomberman 64. Blast Core. That's a good game. Banjo Kazooie. What else? I had it. Where did it go? Turok. Turok was good.
Oh, we haven't talked about that one yet. Killing dinosaurs.
And, oh, jeez. We didn't talk about Superman 64 either.
Oh, let's not talk about Superman 64. It was awful. We'll just keep
All
it at
that
that.
on your top
it was
5,
bad.
Maury?
Yeah, I love Superman 64. Probably Star Fox.
Are you
No,
part
love
dolphin?
suffer.
Maury part dolphin.
No.
Oh,
Anyways, so did the top 5s. We went through our top 25 list. We got someone from the mixed bag. Anything else N64 related we could talk about before we kill this?
Superman 64.
No,
Superman
shush.
Why do we need to
64.
talk about it?
Since you mentioned Conkers, what
It
is
was
the
a bad-
opinion on Conker Live and Reloaded? The sort of like remake thing that they did.
I don't have any comment on that. No comments.
I agree with Soup. I think it was dumb that they censored it. I wanted
Yeah, that was pretty
to
shitty.
hear the great and
Like,
mighty
the
Pooh
reason to play
in
it.
better quality than
It looked
Actually,
great.
hold that thought. I have that.
Oh,
If
what
you
do
want the
mean you have
uncensored
that?
version, boom, there you go.
hey.
Oh shoot! There you go.
Ask and you shall receive.
What a god.
Hand job.
I'd like one taco, please.
Hand job.
Extra cheese.
There are limits to
I'd
even
like
my
it.
power, though.
No hand jobs.
I thought you were
I
going to say
believe.
he has no hands. Huh?
Well, that too, but
But
I
No,
forget
hand
if that
job.
one actually has Conker talking in it too. But it has the full like orchestra and everything and the echo.
Ah, glorious.
It fills me with joy that it exists uncensored. If people would just make a patch to uncensor the rest of the game, it would be perfect.
Right?
Because it looks beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I believe.
Like, especially for an original Xbox title, it just looks phenomenal.
I wonder why they did censor it.
Probably
Because they're
Microsoft.
fucking mean.
Microsoft are like, hey, you know, we do love ourselves some blood and gore with Halo, but you can't say fuck. Master Chief never said fuck. That's not
you
okay.
can't say fuck. Fuck is illegal.
I thought you didn't talk.
Fucking doo-doo jokes? No way. No.
Master Chief talks, he just doesn't say much,
Oh,
Cortana.
which makes
I
him
don't know.
cooler.
I've never played
Madonna.
Halo.
I played a lot more than I'm willing to admit, because at that point, when I was growing up, my dad's like, he's going to be the CEO of Microsoft one day, so here's an Xbox. My dad's kind of a fucking retard, but that's neither here nor there.
When I grow
Oh
up,
my
I
god,
want
your dad is
video games.
Microsoft?
He thought I was going to be the next Bill Gates, because
Micro
he's good at computers.
Oh my gosh, my grandma did this to me.
So while everyone else growing up had a PlayStation 2, I had the Xbox.
The original Xbox.
I had a rich friend with an Xbox.
I'm gonna come out and say it. I was never a fan of the Xbox as a console. its one redeeming value today is that it's really easy to hack and it's a really good emulator machine.
Yeah.
Really good at holding
really
down
good media
papers. It's
machine.
huge.
I mean, it's really good at weighing down your fucking house too. Like you could, it'll probably sink into the foundation as soon as you put it on the floor.
The controllers alone.
Screw sandbags. Use Xbox.
Yeah, basically.
I couldn't even hold the original controller correctly because I have baby hands.
I have one
Dappy
friend who
hands.
can because he's 6'11".
Oh my god.
So he has giant hands.
Ooh.
He can hold like a fucking Nexus 7 tablet, like a phone,
What the fuck?
like in one hand.
I can barely hold my iPhone 6 in one hand. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about all the time that we got right now. But I'm thinking a little duck game. What do you guys think? Right after this?
Sure, why
Isn't
not?
that only
If you
3
don't mind me
players?
getting fucked up.
That's 4 players.
Mm.
Hmm.
Do I even
Do you
have it?
have it?
I think I have it.
I'm not sure. It's I think it's like 15, 20 bucks right now.
Fuck, I don't have it.
Oh.
Hmm. Shoot.
I have expected him to slide in with where we could all play Command and Conquer.
I mean, I'm down for that, but you would have to install Origin, and that's not something I'm gonna wish upon anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Like
I
every
have to
Command
use
Conquer game
Origin.
for 20 bucks, but you have to install Origin.
I play The Sims, so I have no choice.
Well, shoot. I think that's about it for the N64 titles and discussion for now. But we're gonna be right back. I know I'm gonna take a quick break, and we'll decide what to play from there. So you guys just stand by, and we will be right back. Or at least
know-
I will. You guys can keep talking among yourselves.
You know what we can play? We could play GoldenEye Source. That's a free game.
I'd be down.
Let me. Source. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Do we stop Audacity?
Oh, yeah, go ahead and cut it.
Here is the installer for the rest of you.
Okay.
We don't have it.
What do we need to save it as?
That's just a torrent file.
Just name it, your name and today's date. The 3rd.
Does it need to be exported, or can I just save it as an Audacity project?
You can do either. I'll take either.
Oh, can we stop
Yeah.
him?
Yeah.
You don't want to actually stream getting your asses kicked at
Oh no, I
GoldenEye?
we're turning Audacity off so I can mush them together later.
Is Audacity Project fine then?
That's what I saved it. That was a project.
Can't believe you didn't invite me to talk about the N64, Larry.
You were in a civilization hole.
I'm still playing Civilization. It's Civ 3. I can alt tab
Well,
that.
I didn't know that.
I mean, it's not like turns or timed or anything.
No, exactly.
Games
This is-
take weeks.
Well, this is the old Civilization where a game will literally take you a couple days, depending on how many people you put on it.
I've only played, what was it, 4 or 5? I forget. What was the newest one?
I think we are up to 6 now.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Civ 5 was the last one I played.
I'm that guy, and I can't stand any of them beyond, like, Civ 3. Because they did the System Shock thing where they just started hacking away at all the complexity and streamlining everything.
Wait, it's more complex than that? Fuck.
Yeah, Civilization 3, it is very possible to subtly fuck up and, like, basically take a while to recover. Like, Civ 4, one of the biggest complaints I had is it told you what the best option... Like, if you're researching a technology, it's like, hey, this is the best for military, this is the best for economics, whatever it was. In this one, it doesn't tell you shit. It just tells you what it does and what you'll get. So you have to read into it. Like if your civilization is really huge and you pick monarchy as a government in the early game, well, you've just fucked yourself because monarchy gets a shit ton of corruption, which massively lowers your production and gold. So you basically just kneecap yourself until you can research different governments. And you just basically have to live with that. Whereas in Civ 4, it's like, no, that's a bad government for you. You know, don't do that. Here's the optimal choice for your specific situation at all times.
I was annoyed with Civ 5 a lot because every update it's like, well, now it's a new game.
Well, that was the other thing, is Civ 5. They're like, alright, we're going to strip out all the bullshit. Wait, people like that bullshit. Alright, DLC. There you go. You know, this is Gods and Kings. It adds back religion and all this other shit that we took out that was
Like
already
when
in Civ 4.
It just wouldn't let you build certain of the lower tier, what do you call them? Monuments or whatever, the
Wonders?
wonders. It wouldn't let you build certain, like, wonders depending on what path you chose.
That's
One of the
dumb.
updates did that.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I liked building a pyramid and getting an extra builder and stuff. But no, then you have to use a specific, like, Egypt path or whatever they called it to unlock it.
In Civ 3, one of the things that America starts with is the ability to build a wonder. And it actually has a pretty big impact on the game. Because in Civ 3, you build the pyramid, you get a free granary in every city that you own.
Yeah.
With a granary, every time your food box gets filled, you get two citizens instead of one. Whereas in Civ 4, it's like, oh, it doubles production speed with stone or something. Like, it's completely arbitrary. It makes no fucking sense.
I did like how easy it was to mess around with the game files on Civ 5. Like, build one of the civilizations OP or something just for funsies.
I think you could still do that in Civ 3 with the Civ 3 edit. Like, I know my stepbrother did, but I have never really touched it.
I didn't even have to use any editing program. You just open up the files with, what you call it?
This is like a fully featured, like, GUI editor thing that they have.
Yeah. I mean, all I had to do was open the files with a text editor and tweak the fields.
And
or
I'm
add
back.
fields, whatever I wanted.
Well,
Hey, so what's the current situation?
GoldenEye.
My vote is still for GoldenEye.
I'm down for that.
Are y'all downloading
Man.
it?
You guys want to play GoldenEye? Like net play
No,
GoldenEye?
like Source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Source. It's GoldenEye in the Source engine.
Oh shoot, yeah, that sounds good to me. All right, so this has been the Ham Pals Stream Crew podcast number 2. We just covered the N64 titles and discussed about it. So, yeah, any last words, ladies and gentlemen?
I don't know, do you want to invite the viewers to play GoldenEye with us?
And 64 was good.
Fucking dig.
Sure. Want to go ahead and get that GoldenEye source? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut off our recording, but we're gonna keep the stream up for now. So anyone that's recording right now, go ahead and kick everything
Way
off.
ahead of you.
There we go. All right, so we got that file up nice and running. It's looking good. We're gonna go ahead and switch on over now.
You might want to leave a talk show until you get Source set up.
Oh yeah, so right now, we're setting up some source.
Source.
But yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. Please stay tuned. We're gonna play some source. It's gonna be good. Just gonna have to change this right quick.
Should we give them the IP address when we get going?
Once
I
we
don't know
get
how
going,
many people are
yes.
actually watching at the moment.
Well, definitely not Shroud. Not Shroud status.
Good Shroud on the phone.
GoldenEye source. Client downloads. Make sure that you get the full installer too. You're also going to need Source SDK base 2007.
It should auto-install that once you try to install the mod.
Indeed.
I might see if I can also set up GoldenEye source to seed on my server, just to boost that tarn a bit.
This is using torrents for legal things.
Yeah, I mean the benefit is you get a hash check of it, so you can verify file integrity.
It's true. It's going to be about a 10-minute download.
10 minutes.
Yup.
Guys, in your slow internet.
I can't read.
Well, there you go. Now it's at 5 minutes.
Don't stiff markers. Kung Fu.
I can't read.
Hopefully, I
was
still have the
a-
latest version. Let's see.
Yes, I speak it the English.
Sean, have I spoken with you before? I feel like I have. I'm not sure.
Me?
Yeah.
Might have played League once or twice.
Yeah, I think that's where I recognize your voice from.
I know you played.
Love Morgana,
Yeah,
right?
the God Ghana.
I'm all about the Morgana like.
Okay.
Is this meme from that new monk game, Abstinence, or whatever it's called?
No, it's for F14 monk.
Oh,
You
it
showed me
is.
that Athene's trick there.
Oh yeah, the Athene
Oh, God damn
shield.
it.
How busted that shit is.
Can I post lizards now?
You could.
Yeah.
You could have always posted lizards.
Some of them are lewd,
So
though.
if you want my other 2 cookies, you can have them. I can't eat more than 2 cookies.
Dude, I
There
want
you go.
cookies.
Okay, well, I'll mail them to you. They'll probably be
My dad
stale.
made ice
No,
cream.
they're
You think that'll
mine.
stop?
They're mine.
I guess I can mail them to you.
I've eaten 3-year-old Chips Ahoy before. I can deal with it.
But
Why?
those have so many preservatives.
How desperate
Like-
were you?
I was at my friend Wayne's house. This is back in Australia. He was having like a LAN party. And there's a fucking store in Australia that... I really don't know how to describe it. They sell just stuff, like food. But it's all Vietnamese Oreos and shit like that.
Oh,
And apparently he bought like fucking like 12 packets, like the big, like literally just a box of Chips Ahoy for like $2.
Huh.
And he just had it in his garage for like 2 years.
oh.
So like he was like, you know, shifting shit around. He's like, oh fuck, I got Chips Ahoy. So we just threw that into the LAN. And I ended up eating like a whole packet of
Jesus.
it. And it gave me the most awful gas I've ever seen.
What's going on, fuckers?
Oh shit.
Yo, what's
Oh,
going
hang on.
on? It's a party in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I will.
Fuck, it's
Even though-
fucking midnight. How are you up now?
Canadian.
Yeah, and also, I don't know. I guess I was feeling sick, maybe.
I
Canadian.
guess.
Um,
I'm gonna go with Mora's
Yeah.
answer.
Fucking the internet. It's not letting me fucking download JoJo's.
Oh no.
Probably because you're downloading GoldenEye.
I'm not, because I don't. I'm not.
Oh.
I am,
I'm gonna listen
however.
to you guys scream at each other.
Um, I'm downloading GoldenEye from Gets.io or Gets.io because it seems to be faster than ModDB.
Well, the ModDB one should just give you a torrent for it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one I linked.
I don't.
It's in the Discord backlog.
It's above a couple lizards, and I can't read.
The first one is a pretty good lizard. I'd
Wait, which
pet him.
channel?
Ham Central.
Ham Central.
It's after the Intel Miner link that links to the Great and Mighty Pooh Uncensored and glorious quality.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So we all
You do
Cool.
nothing but come along
I
and
have lots-
sprinkle little joys on us.
What I do.
Sprinkle little joys.
I'm just a man who knows how to get things that are fantastic.
Things and stuff.
Like, it's nothing specific. I just have things that people want.
You're like an internet hoarder. You see something
Yeah.
and you're like,
Sandwich?
ooh, I could use that later.
Yeah,
And
basically.
you could
Yeah.
and do.
Ask him if he had a sandwich.
Did I tell you what my latest project
No.
is? I got the X-Files on Blu-ray.
Oh, so that's what that
Oh.
picture
Digitally
was.
remastered. It's old digitally remastered from like the 35mm film that they used with it.
Ooh.
Like all the CGI has been redone. It
That's
looks
amazing.
fantastic. Let me find it. I took a picture, like a screenshot VLC of it. But I've been slowly in fucking copying those. Because unlike a DVD, it takes 90 minutes to fucking rip a Blu-ray.
Oh,
And there's 57
oh,
Blu-rays.
good lord.
So it's like, fuck me. Here you go. Look how good that looks, though.
Holy shit.
Mhm,
Damn.
Henry Beckman.
You gotta full screen it to really see just how much detail there is in Scully's face.
Mm.
I mean, considering that 3,
Hmm.
Goddamn, did they dress like it was 1993 too? Holy fuck.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Scully was like my first girl crush.
I'd hit Mulder.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd
Like a
fucking
fucking
wreck
I'd
that.
let him get spooky on me.
Tee.
Oh yeah.
I'd gently cuddle Mulder while he, like, contemplated things.
That's fair.
Like, he seems like a cuddler more than
With
anything.
or without your
Oh,
gay
yeah.
Ben.
You pull down your pants and you're like, believe. I want to believe.
Is this...
I think Mulder's the only man I'd let into the gay bed that doesn't appreciate the gay bed.
Gay.
Oh yeah.
You haven't shown the rest of the people here that
I
thing,
have
have
not.
you? Do you want me to get a
You prob...
recent photo, or do you just want the one from, like, my Twitter?
Whatever you're more proud of.
Oh wait. I've seen it. I think I've seen it.
Here you go.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh, right.
Holy,
Holy
shit.
fuck! Hi, Sean.
Your
Hi.
bed is a meme.
Memes.
Dude, I love those.
So, okay, when you plop down in it, does it go, hi?
Ah,
Ugh.
fuck.
My favorite class
After
is the
9
Please
days.
don't make
spy.
it creepy.
After 9
Yes.
hours at work, hopefully it was worth the wait.
Taz died.
Why'd you kill me?
We got killed by a giant robot.
What the fuck?
Hey, if it makes you feel any
I hate
better,
it when
Soup
that
killed
happens.
me earlier, too.
What are you guys
He's playing XCOM.
You went on a glorious suicide mission.
What do you
Maury.
mean glorious? What did you do to me?
You killed like 3 things before you died. It was awesome.
Am I a badass still?
I haven't made you an XCOM 2 dig. You were too powerful in XCOM 1.
You
What?
should make me an XCOM
Okay,
2.
what do you want to be?
What are my options?
A medic, a grenader, somebody who uses a shotgun, or a sniper.
It's
it?
Grenadier.
I thought there was more classes than
No.
that.
I can make you
Oh.
the robot if you want to be named the robot.
Nah,
the robot.
I'm already autistic enough. I don't need to be a robot.
Oh.
Give me the shotgun, I guess. I've always been a shotgun
Alright,
guy.
I'll make you a shotgun friend.
I just realized that this is gonna install the game wherever the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't want it. I don't want it on my C drive. I guess
Yeah.
I'll keep it there for
you
now.
don't want to see that
Eh.
It sounds like a fading yay. It's like, yay!
Wow.
shit. Oh, by the way, other things I have, Maury, that you might want.
Kablam! Ooh.
Now I remember that show.
Holy shit! What do you even have? What?
Do not ask the internet wizard his collection. You may gaze upon his wares and take what you need, but do not ask, for you shall never know.
Well, you might have that, but do you have one of
Oh,
these?
what did you just post?
Then he like posts 3 different versions of it.
That's a dragon presenting itself. Hmm.
I don't
Not
see
only
where
that,
was.
That's a not safe for work.
that's why it's in the not safe for
Yeah,
work
that is some
section.
dragon pussy.
Oh wow!
Oh wow.
I will give you my best gold.
No, I'm not that flexible.
Let's see what weird shit I can find in my
Oh no.
old hard drive now that I'm not very stoned.
I do have all of these, though.
Ooh.
I even have space on my.
Oh shit!
Vegas
I have no
XLR,
memory.
holy shit. World's
Oh.
wildest police videos? Fuck yes.
I spent far too long looking for that fucking show. Half
my
of them
God.
have like Swedish subtitles for some reason, though. But that's all I
I
can
like all the
find.
cartoons and then World's Wildest Cop videos. Hey Drac, not much. We're just hanging out while GoldenEye Source installs.
I need
Yeah.
to go back to Australia because there's one thing I can't get anywhere else.
What's that?
I need to get this.
Oh.
Tim Tams.
Mmm.
Oh.
Like that is the most badass box set I've ever seen.
Here's a picture. It's just named Mike.
Is it because Mike Tyson's in the background like,
Sad.
you
I
have a
think so.
consensual sex?
no.
You have a dectual
It's in this
inical.
weird folder.
Okay.
Mike, no.
Oh shit. Roy's nickname is Big Nasty.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
It's fucked up.
In what?
XCOM.
Is that true?
No.
Is that appropriate?
I showered before we podcasted.
How long do you guys have for Goldeneye? I might take a shower.
I have about a minute.
I have it installed, but I'm just trying to make it run.
You will need Source 2007, so that might take an extra few minutes.
Yeah, it's taken me an extra minute.
Yeah, I already have that downloaded though. So
Yeah.
God, should I kill for some of that?
the SDK base 2007, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
What else
what's
do I have that you
what's-
might like?
Speed
Oh,
Racer is
jeez.
it?
It's an
You don't-
anime.
You don't remember Speed Racer?
Well, is it the shitty movie or is it the anime?
It's the
Oh,
anime.
okay.
That's why it's in
Uh-oh.
TV shows.
Look, I don't know how you organize
Like-
your junk.
That movie wasn't even that bad.
You don't remember this thing? Are you that
Oh my
young?
gosh.
Maury?
No, I remember
Yes.
this. This shit played all the time.
I kind of want to stream this at some point because every single frame is a fucking reaction image.
It's true.
No, it really is. It's fantastic. Because the animation is just so god awful and stilted.
1967 though.
Yeah, I know.
It's insane.
Like, this is what we can do 20 years after getting nuked.
Oh.
Except it's terrible.
Whoa.
Like, even in the intro, like, the background changes significantly.
I just killed off Explorer.
Like, go to, like, 43 seconds.
I like how that car fucking
Yeah,
exploded.
it just
Yeah. Like, look at the clouds, though, behind it.
Right.
Like, they just ran out of, like, stills, so they just spliced it together without actually looking at the last one.
Let's see here. Hey, GoldenEye source is up. All right.
Cannot load library client.
You'll need the SDK base, 2007.
No, I have the base, but I don't know why it's not working.
Don't die now.
yeah, Soup does that. Yeah, we're playing some GoldenEye Soros as soon as I get it going. It's very loud.
I mean, it's really not that hard to do,
But it's
at
just
least.
time.
These are the movies that I currently have.
I wish I still had a full movie collection.
I like the
I
cone
miss-
heads.
Miss it.
Oh, I love Conan.
Oh my god, Conan's?
Blame those fucking, State Farm commercials.
Oh, that's right. They brought the cone heads back for that.
Yeah, I saw them like, oh my god. And I just had to download and rewatch Coneheads.
She looks so unhappy that that dude's in her butt. She's like, "Excuse me."
God, get it over with.
You have remote access to your NAS?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course.
Why does that baby have so much pube?
You can shave the baby.
I also have this if there's anything on there that you want.
I like how you
Nice.
put that under the butt.